Hi, this is Rick Patterson. Thanks for coming to my video today. Today we're going to talk about how to replace a tile floor in a bathroom. I was tasked with replacing a toilet in a bathroom, and upon my arrival to give the quote, what happened was that I noticed that there was some tile missing and broken in this bathroom. And this house was probably built in the 60s, and to find this exact match is going to be near to next to impossible to find. So the suggestion came up, why don't we just go ahead and upgrade the tile floor here? All right. The challenge here is, again, I can't find this type of tile. And let me show you a little closer shot of what's happening here on the floor itself. Okay, so what you can see here, this is not a traditional floor. I've got about 2.5 inches of concrete above the subflooring, and it's a wooden subflooring. So what the installers did on the tile was to elevate the subflooring with concrete, and then of course they installed the tile on top of this. Now the challenges I have are multiple. First off, I've got to get this tile up, and before I can even do this, I've got to go all the way around the grout here as I'm removing this, because I do not want to disturb the bullnose tile here or the tile on the wall. And so I've got a number of obstacles with plumbing coming up and everything, so I've got to be very, very careful on this floor. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a tool I'm going to talk to you about here in a second, and just remove the grout, or separate the grout between the tile here on the floor and the tile here on the corner. That way when I'm removing this tile, I don't crack any of this. So I have to be very, very careful, and the only way to do that is to separate the grout, because when I use an impact tool to remove this, if I don't, the impact of the vibrations will go to the wall and crack the tile on the wall, and then I've got an additional difficulty there. So let's talk about how do I get to this first section of removing the grout all the way around the restroom. If you are familiar with any of my other videos, I'm going to go ahead and give a plug. If you haven't watched them, click the link below, and you'll see a number of videos that I do. And one of my favorite tools when I'm working around on home improvement projects is the Dremel Multi-Max tool. And I absolutely love this because there's so many things that I can do with this tool that I just can't do with others. So a rule of thumb here, I'm going to put a blade on. And so anytime that you're working with a power tool, electric tool, especially corded, you want to disconnect it. Don't work with a power tool, electric tool, with it charged or with it plugged up, because that can get you in trouble real quick. Now with that said, one of my favorite tools is also the Dremel. This is a 1/8 grout remover, and I've used this also in another video before. I'm going to use this again. I'm going to show you how to put this on. So a lot of people don't know how to properly install tools, and if you're one of those, I urge you to just follow this really simple rules of operation, if you will, when you're working with this, because safety is so much important. You can get injured real quickly and on one job, and be out of commission for a while. So I don't want that to happen to you. With that said, let's go ahead and move on. Let's talk about the Dremel. The Dremel has a grommet here, if you will. It's a screw and it's got some little ridges here. And what I'm going to do here is open this up. I don't have to separate it. It's got a little washer. I'm going to pull this apart, and there's several ways to put on this item. You can put it on this way or this way. I'm going to use it straight on and straight up, and it fits into some little, it's got some grooves here. Let me show you this, okay? And you just take this and put this on, and then just take the screw and tighten it. All right, and what I've got here is an Allen key wrench, and I use the 3/16 on this because this works and fits as close as I can get it. The Dremel does come with one. I have a tendency sometimes to misplace them, and so that's my that's my nemesis, if you will. I'm going to actually use the 3/8 on this. This fits a little bit better, I noticed. And so you just take it and turn it clockwise, and you don't have to bear down on it. Once it's locked in place. And so now I'm ready to go ahead and go to the next phase and start removing the grout all the way around the floor. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so what I'm going to do here now is go ahead and remove the grout along this wall with the Dremel. I have to make sure I stay off the bull nose because it's rounded right here. I don't want to touch this. If anything, I'm going to concentrate more on the floor itself. So there are some variations. I like to use 10. It gets the job done, and it goes like this. Now what we do is do this all the way around the bathroom. You've got to separate the grout from the floor here, again, away from the bull nose, to keep the vibrations of the impact tool from transferring into the wall and causing it to crack. This is Rick Patterson with the Handyman Toolbox. By the way, before you go, I want to encourage you to check out my other videos, and you'll see a link below. Click on it. The 1,000th person that subscribes to TheHandymanToolbox.com gets a free tool. Go ahead and register now. See you there.